Scott Carpenter. I'm on the back porch making a little content. I'm going to talk loud. I don't have my microphone out here. Got a little bit of rain, but finally got some rain. But what I want to do an intro to the video you're about to see. And this video was shot, I think I made it in 2015, 14, 15. My son helped me shoot it. And what I wanted to do, I know there's a lot of new viewers to my channel. And I know that if you come over from Steve Itchdahl or you listen to Dave Pilates, you know, you hear every now and then when we're talking about the Sasquatch stuff and the Sasquatch subject, you hear the Sasquatch genome study or the Sasquatch DNA study. And I participated in that study. I collected hair samples and a saliva sample on candy wrapper and sent that in to the DNA project, which was headed and run by Dr. Melba Ketchum. But there was also many others in that study. It was not solely an operation she ran. There were several experts in different fields, all doctors and experts in their own areas, and she used double-blind studies, and she used labs to run the DNA, Texas A&M. She used Chapel Hill, North Carolina. She used crime labs in Louisiana. She used UCLA lab. So you know, there's some very high-end university labs that she sent her samples off to. So there's a lot of misinformation and a lot of lies that have been told about the study. But the bottom line is the study showed that the Sasquatch, we got 110 samples nationwide, and the bottom line was the Sasquatch is a human hybrid. The mitochondrial DNA, which comes from the female, is human. The nuclear DNA, which comes from the male, is unknown. This has remained consistent no matter how many times people test Sasquatch DNA. That's what they get. And it's very similar to the elongated skulls and to other unknown cryptids. It seems the base is always the mitochondrial side is always human female, and then the gene splicing and the gene engineering happens with the mixture on the male side in the nuclear DNA. And so this is where I go show where I got samples from the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and kind of shows what I was doing to get the DNA, and using tape to pull the hair out so we could have the skin tags. And like I said, my son recorded it, and this is a good little video because it shows me collecting a hair sample. And you can what's really cool is, you know, when I first get it, it's like, you know, I'm about 90% sure it's Sasquatch hair, but you can, you know, I just got the hair sample and I sent it in, and but while I'm basically the tape had been, basically what we did is we used packing tape and we put it around the tree, sticky side out, and I had put the tape on a tree that I had noticed Sasquatch leaning up against and looking at a trail camera when it was going off at night. And I was successful, and I'd gotten hair on it, and something had ripped it off and thrown it on the ground. Obviously, wherever I pulled the hair out, it was a sensitive area, and the Sasquatch kind of got mad and yanked it off the tree, pulled it off the tree. And on the tape itself, is a very large, it looks like it's a fingerprint. It's big as, the print was just bigger than my thumb. And it's in the tape, that whatever it was, grabbed the tape, left a greasy thumbnail, or a greasy thumbnail, a greasy fingerprint. Like I said, I don't know what digit it was. I mean, it was the end of a digit, but it was bigger than my thumb, the digit. So, and so that very interesting. And I thought you might like seeing, how things were done, how we got the samples. And that, yes, there was a DNA study. I was involved. I sent in samples. 11 of the samples I sent in were used in the study. David Pilates was involved, Melba Ketchum and others, Wally Hersham, and others were involved in the study. So it was a nationwide effort of researchers and a group effort. And and in a couple of the books I've written, the Nephilim Among Us, I have a section in there, a very detailed section about the Sasquatch genome study, and I also have a very detailed section in Truth Denied, Sasquatch genome study. So in both those books I do a deep dive into the study, the results, and what it found. So if you're interested, you can look those, get those books on Amazon. Shameless plug, but got to feed, we got to eat. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the film. It's me, like I said, it's I guess 10 years ago, 8 years ago, 2015, 2014 probably, and it's in an area. We actually go back into the area and film, and I show actual footage of me finding the hair and me actually packing it up and getting it ready to send off to the Sasquatch Genome Project. So hope you enjoy, and until next time, y'all take care. We'll talk to you soon.
Hello, my name is Scott Carpenter. I'm what is known as an amateur Bigfoot researcher. Approximately 2 years ago, in this area right here, I collected hair samples from the Bigfoot. Now these hair samples were sent off to Dr. Melba Ketchum as part of the DNA project that was sponsored by the North American Bigfoot Search. I collected the samples from this tree right here. What we did is we took packing tape and I wrapped it around the tree, approximately about this height here. It was wrapped around the tree with the sticky side out, and it was packing tape. And the reason I did that is, if you'll look here, I set up a series of trail cameras, and each trail camera was watching the other's back all the way to this tree here. And I noticed about 2 weeks before I put the tape up that this camera got tripped. The trail camera was higher than I can reach, and there was a Bigfoot literally standing almost right in front of the camera in a total whiteout situation. So he tripped the camera, and then when he stepped to the side, the camera was, of course, was shooting in this direction, and right at the edge of the infrared light, there were some Bigfoot, and they were actually between these two trees here. They were playing hide and seek back here, and so Bigfoot were actually here, standing back here, doing this number, peeking at that at the camera. And of course this is at the very edge of the range of the infrared light, so they're fading in and out. They'll stick their head up. You can make out their face for a second, then they duck back in. You could see movement. You could see a partial face, and there was at least 4 Bigfoot, 3 or 4. It's hard to tell because their facial features would change as the light would change. They get closer and farther away from the infrared. But that gave me the idea that I'd put the tape here, since that appears to be where they like to hide. So I put the tape here about 2 weeks after, and then I come back 2 weeks after that, and the tape's missing. It's gone. And I start looking around, and actually the tape was found. I found the tape up here. It was torn off the tree, and it was laying right up here. And it had a big swath of black hair, 4 to 6 inches long. So I found the hair here, so I was very careful, and I basically took the tape and wrapped it back up on itself, put it in a plastic bag, and ziplocked it up. And took it home, and then with rubber gloves on and everything, very as sanitary as I could be, got the tape, cut everything out, and packed it up and sent it off to Dr. Ketchum. And of course, with her new DNA study that's just been released, this Bigfoot, or the Bigfoots that were standing here, were one of the hair donors. And we don't know which one, but I know one of the 4 that are featured in this video is probably one of the ones who left us the hair. Another interesting fact is that the Bigfoot that was identified from this sample matched a Bigfoot from California. So there was some sort of blood relationship between this Bigfoot and the California Bigfoot. So it was a very interesting development. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and have a good day. had set some tape, hair trap, around a tree, and it had been pulled off the tree and on the ground. And I've got some hair in it. I've been careful not to touch it. I'm getting ready to put it in a Ziploc bag so it can be sent off for analysis. But you can see that real good there. So something got its hair pulled out. Let's see. I wanted to document the hair sample I found today. Or let me do an explanation real quick. I had wrapped this tape, this is packing tape, around a tree where in previous weeks I had photographs of a Bigfoot on a trail cam. And today I found it on the ground several feet away from the tree, and it has hair in it. So I'm going to attempt to cut out the pieces of tape that contain the hair and send the sample off. I have my gloves on, and I'm trying to keep this as sterile as possible. You can see this or not. There's the hair, quite a bit of it. The question is it Bigfoot or is it bear or something else? But this was roughly 5 foot up, 6 foot up. And this tape was at the 6 foot level. There's sample number 1. You may have a fingerprint right there. Oh my goodness. See it?